I think we'd all agree without too much debate that for all practical purposes, for better or for worse, MP3 or digital music files are probably the most practical thing for the working DJ. We can have tons of tunes on a small hard drive. We don't have to buy entire albums or entire CDs to get the tracks we want. We can download as we please on legitimate sites or go through our record pools and get stuff. They just spoon feed us all the hits, and I love that because I always have stuff even before I know I need it. Now, having said that, I don't really want to talk about MP3 today. What I want to talk about is records versus CD. What's better? I just watched a documentary called The Last Shop Standing, The Rise, Fall, and Rebirth of the Record Store. And one thing these shop owners kept saying over and over again is how unfortunate it was that they pushed records out of the business in the 90s and how records were so superior to CD. And I'm not sure if I totally agree with that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a record junkie. Look, here's a sample of my records. That's not all of them. That's just a lot of them. There's about a 12-foot by 6-foot shelf full of records. You just saw it. So I like them. But I'm not totally sold that they're superior to CD all the time. Having said that, records are a cool thing to have. I remember way back in the day thumbing through people's record collection and kind of get an idea of who they are, even their CD collection. But, you know, cool stuff like I have a Duran Duran Reflex picture disc here, 12-inch single. This is a cool thing to have. This was not a cheap item when it came out. And, you know, boy, it's a collector. This is really neat. You hold it in your hand. It's got a real personality when you play it on the turntable. Cool stuff. On the other hand, I've gotten some cool CDs too. I was down in the dumps, I don't know, probably 23, 24 years ago, and a friend of mine bought this beautiful CD for me. I don't know if you can see it, but it's Prince's Diamonds and Pearls. Probably backwards, maybe it's that way. But you can see it says it in there if you hold it the right way. It's just this beautiful disc. And it was packaged, here I'll show you the packaging for it, like this. It was a real cool gift to get, and I was so happy to get it. And to this day, I just love this disc. It only has, I think, 3 tracks on it. Maybe 2. It's got 3 tracks on it. But it's still a cool disc. So I thought, well, you know, I don't know about the sound quality. I think that back in the day, I mean, we had record collections and we cherished them. And then all of a sudden, CD came along. For $100, you could buy a CD player. That sounded great. Through your home stereo. Clarity you'd never heard before in your music. Records, on the other hand, the record players were very expensive for a decent turntable. And then you had to get a cartridge and needle, which was sometimes just as much as the record player you purchased. So it was a big investment for old technology, essentially. We could get better sound on this CD. Anyway, so I decided to go ahead and do a video on this. I shot it earlier, and then I said, no, let's take it a step further. Let's go buy a record. I went to a record store, and I bought a record. I went in there trying to find something new that I wanted. And the new record selection for the stuff I liked, it wasn't real vast, you know. Not a lot of 12 inches, mostly LPs. I did find something that I really wanted. I don't have, and I really wanted to have a record, the LP, right here. Daft Punk Homework. Check it out. Now, notice the price. I paid $20.99 for that. That is a double record. I haven't opened it yet. It's still in the cellophane. I thought I'd save that for the video. The CD, on the other hand, I could get at Best Buy for $6.99. And really, it's a digital recording. It's digital instruments being played. So maybe it's best on CD. Maybe not. Maybe it's cooler on vinyl. Let's have a listen. Now, first, we have to open it up. And this is something a lot of DJs do with the new records. They got cellophane on it. If you never bought a new record, a lot of you buy used records. Here's a new record. It's got cellophane on it. You got to bust the cellophane. A lot of guys rub it on their jeans until the cellophane busts. Then what you don't want to do is leave the cellophane on it. You want to take it off. Let's see if we busted through yet. Yeah, we busted through. You pull the cellophane off. And this has this little, it's a bifold. So it opens up, it looks like, which is kind of a cool thing. Let's see what is on the inside. That's some inside artwork. You saw a lot of that kind of stuff back in the old record days. Now let's pull out one of these sleeves. Let's pull this one out. It's probably the first record. And look at that. We've got more artwork. And we've got some notes here on the songs, here on the inner sleeve. And on the back, it looks like we've got a few liner notes and pictures of the boys without masks on. Look at that. There they are. Let's dump this on the turntable and see what it sounds like. Alright, here goes our maiden voyage. So there you go. Is it records or CDs? What would you rather play for your personal use? Not for a DJ, but for sitting at home and cranking it up. Would you rather do a CD or would you rather do a record? Let us know in the comment section. Practice and enjoy.